Stand by.
Stand by.
Got it. Bang.
Indiana
Okay, cool.
Toads.
Indiana Toads, dude.
Talk to me, guys. Talk to me.
So, all right, let's get right into it.
I need the initial thoughts real quick from each one before we even go into an explanation.
I'll just tell you this.
Okay, hold on. Sorry.
I stayed awake for Tony.
Okay.
Because I know how much he loves this movie, and I went for him.
Almost.
I've never seen any of them.
Almost. You've never seen any of them?
None.
Dude, that's a sin.
I know.
Right? You're the guy Sean was talking about.
I wasn't like this movie sucks. I'm not going to see the trilogy.
Right. So, like, you can, like, 1 and 3. Just watch 1 and 3.
You gotta watch 2. You gotta watch 2. No,
you don't really need to watch.
Yeah,
if you're watching 2, you might as well watch 3 of them. You know,
I guess.
And then you gotta watch Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, obviously too.
That sucked also.
Did not suck.
It sucked. It was another one of those that came out and everyone had the hype, and it just like, why would you bring aliens into this? It's stupid. It's fucking stupid.
It's stupid.
It's dumb. It's dumb.
You're
Vortex and it's fucking stupid.
Kate Blanchett, good job.
Go ahead, Tony. You know most about it.
So what are your thoughts? Because you were stoked about this one.
So obviously, a lot of hype coming into this movie for me specifically. Just because of Indiana Jones.
It's Indiana Jones. You have to expect, hopefully, something great.
I thought it was a well-made movie. I mean, which is what you would expect from from something like Indiana Jones. Yeah. Obviously, that was.
Was it a good blockbuster movie, or was it just like a good movie? Because, like, Indiana Jones is a blockbuster. It's supposed to be like this fucking, crazy. They released it right at the beginning of summer to get you fucking going. Did it do it? Did it do it for you?
Tony was sad and disappointed. You could just.
I don't think
so.
Like, I don't think it was like
it just
a blockbuster.
Didn't hit the mark.
It did not hit that mark. I don't think it did not.
Dude, the girl was horrible.
Yeah, she was kind of.
Which one is the girl again?
She was what's her name?
Yeah, but she's not a well-known, right?
She was in something. It's funny because now I'm like seeing her on like in clips.
Yeah, you're seeing her in everything. You're like, oh, there it is.
Oh, wow, that's what she's from, dude. Phoebe Waller-Bridge. She was in Fleabag.
Oh, I know exactly. She actually wrote Fleabag. Dude. Fleabag has an episode. It has one scene at the end of episode 2, I think it is. It's the only thing I've ever seen from this show, and my friend Steve and his wife showed me it, and it was the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Was she in the scene?
Yeah, she I think she wrote Flea. I think she's the writer too, and it's won like awards. I'm almost positive. Like it's supposedly a very good show.
She's the program creator.
Writer. So it's a comedy. It's funny. It's very like real life type shit. But yeah. I don't know how I feel about her other than that, because I don't think I've seen her in anything else. But so she didn't do that well.
No, yeah, she was just like, all right, dude. So she was, she plays the role of Indiana Jones' goddaughter. And so the movie starts out with a 20-minute flashback scene, and that's when they have Indiana Jones's face like rendered young.
Oh yeah, of course. They have to bring it back to that. That's right. I think I saw in a trailer. You saw that.
So I don't know, dude. I don't think it looked that good.
Tell them what you told me.
It reminded me of Polar Express.
Thank you.
Like the animation, yeah.
Like, dude, I was thinking that in the movie.
It wasn't like The Irishman where you're like, oh, this is kind of believable.
No. It was less believable.
That's terrible. And that's even worse. I'm assuming ILM was the one who did this, but who knows?
Yeah, I can look it up. Maybe.
I just watched the doc on ILM, or actually on the guy who created the actual like dinosaur in Jurassic Park.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, dead serious. There's a documentary that came out. I forget what it is. It's called like Punk something, and they tell that story because he apparently was kind of a rebel in this graphic design industry, and he pushed some buttons, and he kind of was a dick, but he was one of the best. Like, the reason Terminator 2 came out was because this guy fucking crushed it with his team, but they never got any recognition. All the guys that won the Oscars were like old dudes that fucking just kind of took it. And so he was kind of the rebellious one against it, but now he's all fucked up and
it's great how it always happens.
Pure alcoholic. Like, but like the dude was he created the T-Rex.
Yeah, the T-Rex is crazy.
There's a reason they did the whole thing in digitally was because of him.
Yeah. Right.
And he and his team was the one that created In the Abyss, the first animation that James Cameron asked for.
Yeah.
He was about to get fired because they were doing a dinner at the Skywalker Ranch.
Nice.
and him and one of his friends that worked together, they snuck into this other room and fucking then they got caught, and they gave fake names and all this shit.
Oh my god!
So they almost got fired, but they were like, "You're gonna have to explain to James Cameron why he's not gonna get his Terminator effects."
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only reason they
That's hilarious
because you would have gotten sued by them. But it's insane, like just the mindset and the craziness of these guys. But it's funny because ILM, fucking George Lucas, Steven Spielberg,
Jones,
like all of them used these guys, so they became well known in the industry when it was the beginning of those effects and
that's
computer designed effects. So it's crazy.
Well, it wasn't that crazy last night.
I was about to say it's got to suck that. How about the rest of the effects? What was the storyline? Was it like believable?
Okay.
Like, and I'm saying believable because fucking. I'm sorry, I don't think the alien thing was the most believable thing for fucking him. I don't know, but go.
No, I like it. No, that's what I was like.
No, I like it.
Telling Mike too after the movie. I was like, oh, in the first trilogy of Indiana Jones, like it was more like biblical stories.
Yeah.
It wasn't as much, I guess you could say, like
extraterrestrial.
Yeah. Or like ungodly.
Yeah.
Like beyond.
I mean, the third one is pure God.
Yeah. It's all, like, I mean, the first one even too. Like, yeah.
But the third one is just like
Holy Grail, dude. It's the Holy Grail. Yeah. So this one, like, it starts with this opening scene, which is right after the fall of Germany during World War II.
Okay.
And Indiana Jones is on this train with his buddy,
his best friend.
We're back on trains.
Who is not like in any other movie, any other Indiana Jones.
It's his best friend.
And
he doesn't have a best friend.
No, this is his best bro.
Oh yeah, I'm very confused. This is what kind of confused me.
Antonio Banderas is his best friend.
No, but
it's his other friend.
He's one of them.
I didn't know
he's
Antonio
one of them.
Banderas is in there.
They go diving together.
Get the fuck out of here.
And we'll get to that, but
how do you do it?
Introduced. No, literally, that's how he was like talking. Like it's kind of ridiculous.
Dude, he sounded like Matt, like Gabriel to the T when Matt like tries to do the accent.
Muchacho.
He was like, pull another card.
Yeah.
Dude,
how does she do it?
He has a way of going a little bit
excessive. Yeah, I know. It's like, ridiculous.
It's nutty. Oh, man. Speaking of Matthew Gabriel, here we go, he says. I love it.
Here we go.
Here we go.
So this guy, excuse me, pardon me.
Pardon you.
Pardon me. This guy, Toby Jones, plays Basil Shaw. Right, who's his friend, who's they're so close with. But again, like I don't know. I told Mike this too. Like I don't know. I feel like one thing that these people do when they do remakes or sequels, which in reality, this is kind of like at this point, it's just like you're making another Indiana Jones. Yeah, it's like almost it is a remake because it's been like over a decade since the last one we've seen, and then after like whatever. I feel like one issue they do is they introduce too many new characters.
Yeah, like that's usually a problem in these things.
Yeah,
like you already have a set character, and I mean the shitty part is like the older and the later they keep on making this, more of the original. Like I'm surprised really that Harrison Ford. Did he?
I know.
How was he though?
Harrison Ford was
like
great,
an old man
dude.
on there?
I honestly, Michael probably tell you too. Like the actual first scene when he like wakes up. Shirt off,
looks great,
shredded.
Yeah,
he looks good. He really does.
For someone who's fucking 80, like
no, that's exactly what I thought. I'm like, this dude's 80. He's got a ripped body.
Did you say Mike?
Mike has a ripped body.
No, him.
No,
he really does, and Antonio looks great too, dude.
Yeah.
He looks great. His acting was funny, but
I feel like lately I don't know. I've seen him in a few things, and I just go, dude, you don't have to keep on.
Yeah, like,
we know you're Antonio Banderas.
Literally,
you don't have to act like fucking Puss in Boots.
Literally,
that's
what he acted
yeah,
like.
I can only imagine. Yeah.
It was crazy.
He's on the
like,
straight Puss in Boots,
bro.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was weird.
All right.
So I didn't need that, but whatever. It's not the whole point of the movie. He was in it for like 25 minutes.
That's fine.
Got shot.
So Ford looked great.
Got shot up, son.
Ford looked great, but again, introduce this new guy, and so they're on this train. The Nazis, the fall of Germany, dude. The normal stuff. Well, I mean, every single movie is about the Nazis. Dude. It's so funny. So where was I? The Nazis on the train. Right. They're looking for this dagger. So this is what, like, again, like
The magical dagger.
They're looking for the dagger that stabbed Jesus Christ on the cross.
Okay. I thought he was just nailed up.
No, you don't remember the story? They jabbed him to make sure he was if he was dead or not.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So that has the blood of Christ on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they're on the train for that, and Hitler has all the Nazis rounding up all the relics of World War II, all the great, arts and stuff like that throughout Europe, and obviously Indy
again going back to like
wants to
history.
save, which is good, which is actual history, yes, like real like history, whatever you want to call it. So they find the dagger, and Mads Mikkelsen is on it. He's one of the Nazi officers, the scientist officer man who helped careen all these artifacts and knew what they were about.
Nice.
And he's, on the train to whatever, and he's on the train for the dagger, finds out the dagger is a replica. And the Mads Mikkelsen knows that because he touched it and he knew it wasn't the right metal, different type of alloy, he said.
Yeah.
He's like, but I have this. And it was half of this dial of destiny.
The dial of
destiny. Archimedes, right? That's the guy.
Yeah, Archimedes.
Here.
Archimedes, dude.
He's like an inventor.
Made this.
I thought he was a Greek god.
Yeah, no. That is it Archimedes? No, it's Archimedes.
Right? It is, dude. It is.
I might be wrong.
No, you are correct. Archimedes is the fucking king of Greece in the Odyssey and the Iliad, right?
Oh, thank you.
Archimedes of Syracuse was an ancient Greek mathematician, physicist, engineer. This is true fact, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Born in Syracuse, Italy, died Syracuse, Italy. No date.
Yeah. Wow, no date, dude.
No date.
So we
BC.
thought, dude.
Dude.
Or so we thought.
He probably walked right off our flat Earth, dude.
But I have this dial, and Indiana Jones now like, oh, this is fake. She's going to ride, fake dude. Like the train's crashing, the Nazis are up, they're onto him, they know him, and he's like, yo, let me get the dial, get the boy, get his best friend.
Yeah,
they leave.
Say adios.
They jump off the train crashes. All the Nazis don't die, I don't think.
No, but
they crash.
And then the snakes show up.
And then so that's basically fast forward present day, right? Indiana Jones still doing the professor stuff in the city. It's not present day, excuse me. It's like the 80s.
No, it's
60s.
The moon, 1960.
69. Yeah, sorry.
The moon.
1969.
He says.
When
Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah,
exactly, dude.
Thank you.
So now
we're in it.
He gets a visit by a woman, the goddaughter.
Yes.
But she double crosses him.
Literally.
Is looking to sell the dial, and he unfortunately gave over half the dial to her.
He does this.
And the father, his best friend, her father, dead, obsessed over the dial, dedicated his entire life to it.
Why you did it?
The whole dial.
And that drove it dead crazy.
Yeah. Wouldn't you?
Wouldn't you?
Wouldn't you?
English.
I guess. Yeah.
But dude.
All of a sudden, Nicolas Cage comes
with
the Declaration of Independence.
Dude. But so this dial, this dial knows when there's fissures in time and space.
Fissures.
Yeah, fissure, like a split in time.
Oh, nice.
And it'll tell you when and where.
Ooh.
And then you can go to that fissure in time.
And
I guess it also tells you where that time goes, where that fissure goes, like what time. Because that's now this is it, dude. Now the Nazi obviously wanted to go back to 1939, I think.
Yeah, the turning point of what
he was trying to reverse the Nazis losing, basically.
Yeah, he was actually trying.
That's what I mean.
Like he hated Hitler because he's like, Hitler made so many mistakes. I would have done it better. I'm gonna go back in time and kill Hitler, and I will run the regime.
Oh, so he's gonna do what everyone says they're gonna do.
Basically,
just go to baby Hitler and kill baby.
It's ridiculous. Like, everyone's so obsessed with him. He died. Like, change something else.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you're gonna go kill a baby. I bet you can't.
Yeah, I know. That's like, what movie do we see? Oh yeah, The Flash, where they're just like, there's just some things when you time travel that have to stay the same.
Moment. Yeah.
Like they will never change. Like Bruce Wayne's parents always die.
Always. Yep. And Hitler always being Hitler.
Oh, yeah. Never killing the baby.
Being all Hitlery like,
Yeah.
Oh my God, Hillary. It's a conspiracy.
I feel like I can go back there and do it. I can get it done, dude.
You think
if I went back, yeah, I would get it.
You couldn't do it. You can't even kill a black bear with your bare hands.
I can do that.
You
but
can't.
I gotta change your battery.
I got it. Don't worry. Stay there, bud.
Yeah,
You're the host.
buddy, dude, you're right there. We can get it. We can get it, and no one wants to see me on screen for that long.
Tell me what the fuck to do. I heard it go.
Don't tell me.
Shut down.
A couple more comments here from Matthew Gabriel.
Matthew should be here.
Fellas, how are you?
How are you?
I've never seen all the Indiana Jones. Another movie, Dynasty, I have to see. My list is huge, dude.
You don't have to tell about your list. Buddy.
Yeah, dude. Indiana Jones is, again,
it's pretty solid. Fucking
The Last Crusade is one of the best movies I think ever made.
Period.
It's up there.
Period.
And it's a shame because it kind of probably should have been the last one.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Well, tell them also, why did they wait 30 years?
Dude, are you asking me?
No, tell them. You know how we talked about that.
Yeah, tell the world that we were talking about this.
I kind of forget what we said.
He said he's asking why it took this long to do it. What are your thoughts on it? Yeah, 2012. I mean, 2012 was terrible. I think they tried to reboot it and then it just sucked. And then they decided, all right, we're gonna go one last hurrah.
Well, we were saying last night, like Dumb and Dumber, the Dodgeball 2 right now coming out.
I mean, we don't know about
Zoolander
Dodgeball
2.
That could be.
All I know, I'm just saying everything has been like for those that they wait too long, they're just beat.
Yeah. Well, you're bringing in the same characters, but they're older. You can't do the same.
Yeah, if you're gonna exactly, you got to switch up their shtick.
Like look at Fast and the Furious. You got 10, and it's the same people.
Oh, dude, I tagged Tony. I'll tag you in it. It's hilarious. It's Fast and the Furious mixed with Turbo Rangers. It is
I think I might have seen part
where they're like driving and like the Zords connect and everything. It's hilarious.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
It is good.
But I think like again, like another issue with just remakes in general. They keep they added this guy.
Yeah.
And it's like they're supposed to be best. I'm supposed to believe that, like this guy who was never in any other Indiana Jones movie.
You're supposed to tell
me. And
now
these guys are together in this movie in the same time period.
Yeah,
like the same time period as the original 3. And I've never heard of this guy and they're best friends. Like I don't think so, dude. Yeah. And on top of that, you introduce the girl now. You're bringing in a new character. Like she has a sidekick boy.
That's like a thief. He's like 10 or 11. He got way too much.
And it's just like, he got too much screen time.
They're trying to go with like the second one where they bring in a bunch of people to try to act with.
Like, yeah, I mean,
that was what number 2 tried to do.
Dude, and number 2 sucked, and that girl was Spielberg's wife,
and that's the reason she was in it.
Are they still married?
I don't know, probably not.
Probably not, dude. She's a terrible person. She's a terrible actress too. Like, oh my god, dude, he is just whining. She was whining for 2 hours.
Fucking the eating scene.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude.
And you're like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Honestly, bro. Like, I get enough whining in my life already.
I don't need that. Your silliness. I just saw myself scream in delay and I looked awesome.
But saying. I mean, after this, I mean, I thought the special effects were good. Unfortunately, the CGI, there's the CGI face, and it was 20 minutes, like the opening scene. So it was like, I mean, I kept looking at it, you know.
Well, we can't get we can't get Phoenix back, so
that's true.
River. Mr. River, even though that's probably one of the best intros too.
Of any movie, really.
Just
and you start with him as a kid, and then the transition from when he was the kid to then on the boat looking for the same cross thing. Genius storytelling. Like it really is, dude.
Of the snakes and just it's such an amazing.
I know.
Amazing, and it's the
third one too. So you've been like you're bought into this. And then, when he's like not scared of snakes at first, you're like, what? When is he going to be scared of snakes now?
And then you're like, oh,
shit. Dude. And
then you see who his father is.
And, Sean Connery. Junior.
Hello, Junior.
But now we're not on that, dude. We're on this. So, dude. So then it's him and the chick now. And the chick is bad. She started off as bad. She wanted to auction off the relic, dude. She almost killed him, basically, Indiana Jones. Like, she left him for dead.
Literally.
And, of course, the Nazis are after him. They were battling the Nazis still. Mads Mikkelsen is the Nazi guy. So...
He's definitely good.
But other than that, I mean, I thought, like, there was no scene that was too corny.
Yeah.
The action was good. There was people getting shot. Like some of it was kind of graphic, you know.
Okay.
like just fucking. Dude. Of course, there was like the big German henchman dude.
There's
always like the big one who he has to come in and he has to squat down from the doorway. And then you're not really sure, like when he starts to come back up to his full height, you're not sure where he's gonna stop, and you're like, oh my god, he's so fucking tall. He keeps going, and then all of a sudden he's just like 3 heads over everyone.
It's the airplane scene from the first one, was it, where he fights the big dude? It's the big bald shirtless dude, and they're fighting, and the
first one.
The wing is the plane is turning. I don't know if it's the first. It might be the second one.
I think it might be the second one too. I don't remember that. I don't remember.
It's such a good fight, dude. It's like one of the best ones.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a 1-on-1 fucking Indy versus this dude, and he looks like Bronson, you know, with the like handlebar mustache. He looks like that type of dude. He's got no shirt on. He's just jacked beyond.
Oh wait. In Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Oh. That's the first one.
That's the first one, right?
With the propeller coming around.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Wow.
Oh, actually, no. Maybe it's the third one.
I don't know if it's
I think it is the third
is it
one.
The third one?
Yeah, I want to say it's the third one.
Either way, fucking.
And he just looks and he just goes.
Yeah.
And the propeller gets the guy. Yeah. I think it's the third one with his father.
Junior.
Why
didn't you just do that in the first place?
Why didn't you do that? Dad! And they both bang the German scientist.
Dad! Yeah.
Oh, it's so weird.
They're both stuck in the chair, tied up, and the fucking thing turns, and it's the Nazi.
Computer
area.
Yeah. So funny, dude. Like there was none of that. There was none of that.
Because probably because they overdid it on the fucking last one with Shia LaBeouf.
Dude, the last one was good.
It was not.
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was good. Shia was great.
No, it wasn't.
Dude, it was 08, by the way, it came out.
That's
08.
insane.
Wow.
Jesus.
15 fucking years ago.
Adios.
That's so bad. They waited 20-something years for that one, and then 15 years for this one.
I mean,
no wonder nobody cares about Indiana Jones.
It's because it's like, oh, fucking homeboy's at the end of his career. Just let's do one more and let's just put nostalgia. It's because everyone is into the nostalgia thing. They want all that stuff to come back.
But it's like,
but they're just doing it terribly.
Yeah.
Like imagine if they did Honey, I Shrunk the Kids right now.
No, I don't want that.
Exactly.
You think that would be terrible?
It'd be terrible.
With who? Are they gonna bring back Rick Moranis?
He left the game.
He's gone, dude.
He left to be a Faja.
He's a good dude.
Because his wife passed away.
Yeah, that's what you're talking. That's what I like to see.
Yeah, and then he gets punched in the middle of the street in New York.
Yeah,
man, that was fucked up.
Yeah. What the heck?
Just randomly, some random person walked up, punched him in the face. Who does that to Rick Moranis?
He must have
some
not
fucking asshole,
shrunken people.
Turd nugget.
Yeah,
terrible.
But overall, I would say Indiana Jones. It was. I was telling Manny too before the show. I mean, it wasn't a bad movie.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like anything that was like, whoa. Like, I mean, I didn't feel a great sense of nostalgia really. There's only really one sense of nostalgia I had at the end of the movie, where they kind of, Karen Allen, I think is her name, who plays the love interest from the first one.
Yeah.
And his wife. They like had a scene at the end together where they like paid, like they reenacted almost a scene from the first one, where they first fell in love, which was nice.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. But other than that, dude, I mean, nothing else was really that like spectacular.
All right.
Even like obviously they win in the end.
Yeah. They do.
But it wasn't anything like crazy, man.
Yeah, well.
They go and I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. It just wasn't.
It's tough. It's tough. You know what the last movie that they tried to do like this was Red Notice.
Red Notice.
Remember with The Rock and Ryan Reynolds, they're trying to steal the artifacts and shit like that.
Yeah.
That's the closest thing that they've brought to an Indiana Jones, and it was horrid.
That movie sucked.
It sucked, but it was like that. Like, like guys trying to get some type of treasure and no one trusting anybody.
Yeah, Gal Gadot.
Yeah, it was tough to watch. But that's what I feel like dude. They're going for instead of, I mean, dude, Indiana Jones is a story from beginning to end. Like it's storytelling as one of the best storytellers can do. Fucking Spielberg put those movies actually had like meat to their bones, you know what I mean? Like you were watching scenes that made sense for reasons and that you actually have to think about like half an hour later. These movies now are just like, how can we get you to fucking boom, all the action, the fucking fastness? Like you can't keep a scene up for too long without people going like,
Yeah,
but there's shows like I remember you talking about the Bear. I just watched like 5 episodes of
really.
I just went on a crazy
season 2.
Season 2.
Oh, get me started about it, dude.
So I saw the scene you were talking about, the fridge scene, when they're talking. He's talking to the girl.
Yeah,
yeah. Like it's perfect. It was great.
Amazing.
And so a lot of this season has been very like slow, and you're like following people's stories instead of the hecticness that was the first season.
Exactly.
So like, and I don't think people appreciate that.
No.
Like I watched the episode where the baker goes to
the baker goes to Sweden, Stockholm, Amsterdam, Netherlands,
one of the Dutch areas.
Yeah.
And that episode was beautiful. Like beautiful. Like every shot was pretty.
Oh.
And they left it on for a little bit. It was fucking like the food shots were great. Like everything just looked and it flowed. And that's what I feel like the first Indiana Jones did. And a lot of the older movies, you know, there were 3 like some of these movies were like 2.5 hours, 3 hours long, but you just like were immersed in it.
Right.
Compared to now where it's like fast, trying to get you a lot of information and throw in, like you said, people that you have fucking no idea who they are.
Like, what the
you
fuck,
have to add them in because what else are you going to fucking do?
Yeah.
So, and it'll be interesting if they keep on doing this with certain movies. They really need to stop trying to remake them.
I know, dude. And they just don't do it well enough. And like you said, I mean, it's just not, I mean, the movie was, I think, over 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel that long, honestly. Like it did flow nice. Again, like it wasn't a bad movie, but it just wasn't like
it wasn't it.
Yeah, it just didn't
didn't hit the way you were expecting it to.
No, it definitely didn't. Harrison Ford was, I think, the best part of it though, because
that's good.
He had classic one-liners. He looked great. Cracked the whip,
grumpy old voice.
And you know, Mike and I before, you know, they released a behind-the-scenes trailer, and he did a lot of the stunts.
That's huge.
A lot of the effects were practical effects.
That's another part of it. It's like, dude, keep it practical.
Yeah, you have
some really cool stuff. There are certain things. Actually, we talked about the show Sweet Tooth, and I saw the animatronics of like the little beaver guy, and it's fucking awesome. It's like a dude behind him, literally walking him and doing all the animatronics for it, and then, like it works way better than a fucking.
It's way better
than CGI.
No, I totally agree.
Especially now when people they know what CGI is.
You have the like technology to even do the animatronics better than like then.
Yeah. And truthfully, like we've seen what can be done with like the Facebook movie. Fucking like we know we can change people's faces,
right? And
we can do it well. Now there's AI that lets anybody on the web do it. Like why isn't it better? Right. Why can we still, like, you know what I mean? Like, unless it's just budget stuff, but even then, fucking like you should know how much it's gonna cost to do it.
Yeah, no, really.
You know? So I don't know. We'll see what happens with new movies coming out.
But then again,
they need to stop.
Yeah, like you have a guy who's in the fucking budget room.
Yeah.
Figure it out, you know? If it costs more money. Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting. I really do wonder the future of that, like CGI in film.
Yeah, well, it's scary. I mean, we've seen which one did we see? The first episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah, I watched that too.
Like
that shit's real.
It is, and it's something that they've been talking about for years. Is like, what happens if we can replace actors, or
and they just sell their likeness?
People, exactly, you sell your likeness, and that's what happens. I mean, it was a big controversy. What was it? 2 years ago or a year ago? Fucking Bruce Willis. There was a thing that used like his thing, and everyone was like,
"Oh." It was a commercial for.
And then someone said they're using his likeness now. He sold his likeness, and he was like, "No, I didn't." Or his people said no, but like we're very close to a point where that happens. Which, you know, there's certain ways to look at it. Can you imagine if you have one of the greatest actors ever and he can live on forever?
Yeah, but also it's like what to what extent?
I know.
Like, do you think like you know how there's ways around? Like,
there's ways around, but I think
I'm saying like using someone's face who when you don't have their likeness. Like I'm saying how you can use something to avoid copyright infringement. Like if I use Bruce Willis in my movie, but gave him a mohawk, like is that you know?
So
like,
that's I think that's where we're at the beginning of something new again.
Right.
The internet and CGI fucking was a whole mess back in the day.
Yeah.
And we can see that the whole streaming service thing is still a fucking mess.
It is.
Because it's all brand new shit. We don't have a precedent for it. So what ends up happening is like a lot of things slip through the cracks at the beginning and things are made rapidly. Like when you can and when there's no regulations. Fucking look at cryptocurrency. Look at, fucking NFTs and shit like that. At the beginning, fucking rages and certain people can do really well with it. And people that use it for certain, ways. It would suck if you fucking go in. Because the other part is if you go in and you like put a green screen on and you actually do motion capture and you're yourself and you do all these things because they can monitor it so that like you just say certain words, certain like inflections and you're in, and that's all they need. And then all of a sudden, what if that was like another form of acting and income? You don't have to fucking be there and you're getting royalty checks.
Crazy.
There's a lot of like good and bad. I mean, there's definitely a shit ton of bad and it has to get regulated at some point. Imagine that shit.
Oh, dude, I mean, that movie explains exactly what, that show can explain exactly what could happen to someone like.
And I think it's one of those things
that Joan,
and example. I think, but I think that's what like lawmakers and lawyers, they see that already because it's probably already been tried and they're like figuring out how to either fight it or how to get it. So like we're seeing it for now. I mean, I think this has been in the news for fucking ever. Like the minute deepfakes happened, it was like, oh shit, what's going to happen? Like, and it was exciting to be like, hey, can you imagine if fucking, Frank Sinatra was still making music?
Yeah.
Biggie and Tupac still making music. Fucking Stanley Kubrick still directing a movie because of just the way that he does it. The AI understands the way he does it. Like shit like that's crazy, but it could be really cool all at the same time. But who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? I forgot how we got onto the subject, but
the future of that AI in movies, basically.
Because that's the last thing we need is fucking Harrison Ford 80 years from now on Indiana Jones 75,
I know.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like,
it's not real. What was it in Back to the Future when he gets in? It was Jaws what?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It's that same thing. Except Jaws was a shark, and that's easier to fucking be like, oh, we can keep on doing the shark. But imagine a person. It's like John Wayne. It just continues to make westerns because they have his likeness. That's fucking out of control.
That's the thing that's tough. It's like that makes it beat. It's like it's AI. It's like he's not alive. Like it's like this isn't them.
But then you get to experience something like them that you've never been able to experience.
I know.
Like you experience a singer. You experience even when you experience Martin Luther King speaking to you. You know what I mean? Like it's like how virtual reality became this thing. It's like, oh, you want to visit France? Put on these goggles and you'll be immersed in it. And like, it's not real, but it kind of is kind of cool. Like you're like there, and sometimes you can do little things and interact and like walk towards something.
100%, yeah.
So I don't know. It's definitely fucking scary, and it's gonna get used in the incorrect ways, which it already has. So who knows? That's my rant on that.
No, yeah. I just hope, like, I don't know, because the scene, I don't know, if it doesn't get any bad, like, I just hope it doesn't. Like, I hope that they just don't keep doing that.
Yeah.
Like it was cool in Rogue One when you saw Leia.
Yeah.
For a couple minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was like limited movement, and she had some lines, and
it worked.
And it worked.
Yeah, that's all you need.
But like a 20-minute opening action scene, like with that, it's just not there yet.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think it's a little tough. But I will. Yeah, but I don't know. I guess at the end of the day, I'd give this movie like I don't know, an 8.2 out of 10.
8.2. That's still pretty decent. So that really does go into the fact that you really do mean that the movie was good.
The movie was good.
Indiana Jones good.
Again, like I think about how many times Mike and I have left movie theaters feeling displeased,
betrayed.
And just be like, why? We've walked out of movie theaters like, how could they even put a movie out like that?
Yeah.
When like this, in reality, this movie was good. I think it is going to be good for the franchise. It's going to be interesting to see where they move forward from the franchise, because it kind of alludes to the fact that he's not done. Yeah. But I mean, Harrison Ford's got to be done. So I think still it was just, and of course, with Lucasfilm, Disney attached, it's a well-made film. With Spielberg attached to it, it's a well-made film. So, I couldn't really complain most of anything about it. Action was good. The writing was good. The acting was, for the most part, good.
That's good.
Because they did, they did Birding together. I mean, Harrison Ford, obviously good. Mads Mikkelsen, obviously, also
he's always
great actor. So
what's the movie in Casino Royale when he bleeds from the eye?
Yeah, dude.
He's fucking amazing.
He's a great actor, that guy.
He's awesome.
He was in Your Fantastic Beasts.
Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah.
Yes, he was. He was good in it, too. He's always good in it. He's one of those guys that, no matter what movie he's in, you're like,
yeah,
he did a good job.
He's got a certain look to him that's always either evil or just distraught or something.
Yeah, he always looks a little confused.
Yeah, man.
Just a little bit confused.
So yeah, overall, good movie. Mike, what would you rate it over there?
Yeah, like a 7.2.
Wow. Okay.
A full
grade lower.
Full grade lower, but again,
it's one of my best grades I've given.
It really is. You're awake for it, so
yeah. No, I literally, I know I slept a little bit. It was hilarious when he called me out. But it was at the end.
It's great when you just
I called you out in the car afterwards.
It was like a minute.
Yeah, just
I said he was an idiot in the bathroom though, too, and then a kid heard him.
Yo, yeah, he's like I was washing my hands and there's 2 punk high school kids in there.
Dude,
just standing there, first of all, which was
weird.
If
you saw these kids, you would have wanted to fight them.
Yeah, they're just typical Chiefs. But anyway, so I'm washing my hands and Tony just turns, looks at me and says, "You're such an idiot.
You're so dumb."
Yeah,
I
said
so
like
that,
dumb.
Loud.
It at me.
Yeah.
And walks out.
Walks out of the bathroom.
And I'm just sitting there smiling and chuckling to myself while drying my hands. And then I told Tony I probably looked like I'm so dumb.
Yeah. The kids, dude.
Yeah, I'm like,
it's okay. I'm dumb.
I'm dumb.
Yeah, that kid probably felt so uncomfortable. I'm so happy.
Oh,
so funny.
Yeah.
Fucking youths.
But I will say, we got to the movie theater, by the way, Manny.
Yeah.
First time ever.
Talk to me.
We sat down.
Yeah.
We were at the movie theater, popcorn, whatever. We were late because we knew it was a late decision to go.
Yeah. You made it on time, but you were late.
Yeah.
On time.
Dude,
on time for the movie.
We sit down. Great seats too, by the way. Milford, Post Mall, Connecticut Post Mall, whatever.
Nice.
Cinemark.
Yeah, didn't do AMC because they didn't
work at
AMC. Yeah. Wait, what? Really?
I used to work at the Zoomies.
Really?
Oh, the Zoomies.
Wow,
no, you didn't, man.
Yeah, dude.
That's awesome.
The most ridiculous. It was during my college years. I would wear big baggy jeans, Timberlands, and a fucking Celtics jersey. And every time I go up to people being like, "You guys need any help?" They're like, "You work here?"
Yeah.
I do. What you need?
Do you want this?
Let me sell you some shit.
I'll put this skateboard so far up your ass now, dude. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
But dude, we sat down and we see the thing comes in for Disney and Lucasfilm. Like, wow, what trailer are they showing here?
Bam.
Fucking movie, dude. Yeah, we literally sat down as
the
movie was like.
You're like, oh shit,
so
what timing?
Funny, dude. Yeah, it was crazy.
That's a good feeling though. It's like, oh, I made it.
I'm so happy we made it. I thought we were gonna be late, honestly.
It was a later movie too.
It was 7:40 last night. Was the movie?
Goodness.
And we got there at probably 8. Jesus. 7:55. We started walking in. So by the time we got to our seats, a little after 8. So 22 minutes of previews, dude. Fucking
Disney logo and fucking
Lucasfilm.
You're in Lukey Luke.
Yeah, Michael was like, "Wow, Disney and Lucasfilm working together."
Paramount
too.
What a movie!
He's like, "Wow, what movie is this gonna be?"
This one's gonna be a banger, guys.
Yeah,
oh, it's the one we came to watch.
Yeah.
They got me.
So it was good, and the popcorn was good. Definitely different popcorn from AMC. Mike, do you agree? Do you think it tastes different?
Yeah.
It tastes different, right?
Yeah. What is a different?
I don't know. I don't know if it was just the butter or maybe
butter,
just the way they cooked
butter,
the popcorn.
little less
Different
salt.
kernels.
Yeah, it was a little
I
different.
don't
Tony didn't like it. Looked like.
What?
Looked like you didn't like it.
No, I had time with it.
Were you spitting it out?
No. I was eating it by the handful as usual, dude. I had a large root beer.
Lonnie 4?
No way. Lonnie just commented.
Yeah.
Shout
Lonnie
out to the company.
That's exactly.
This is definitely Lonnie from the company. He says, "Don't ruin the movie for me, guys. Haven't seen it yet. What up, though? Shout out to the company." He says,
"Shout out to
Thank
the company."
Thank you for tuning in, Lonnie.
Manny, if you're not aware of the company,
I'm not. I'd like to get aware. I'd love to be aware.
You will be aware. So we went to the Michael K. Beach Bash this past weekend in Lake Como, New Jersey.
I saw you guys.
We got full access. Don LaGreca, Dave Rothenberg, Rick DiPietro. We were media passed up.
Nice.
It was sick, dude. We took over.
It looks sick.
We took over.
And whoever was wearing those sweet ass suits, The colorful shit that you were interviewing.
That's the company.
That was the company. That's the company.
That's the company. So
Perfect.
the company, they're
Love
the
that
DNR
shit.
company.
Yeah.
There's a show called that we love. Rick and Dave DiPietro. They have a morning show from 6 to 10. So it's right before our sports show.
Of course.
And
lovely.
then we're perfect for 10 to 11:30. And we interviewed Lonnie and Anthony, who are part of the company, who are so chill. The whole company is so chill.
Yeah.
We got to talking with them, got to hanging out with them outside, and we told them about our show and everything. And it's funny because we're off today. We were off yesterday for our sports show. So, but tomorrow, back to our regular scheduled program for it. But shout out to the company and shout out to Lonnie.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he says he's always here in support.
Hell yeah.
And he goes, yes, it's about 22 minutes of movie previews, he says too. Dude, we really did time it.
We timed it perfect.
On accident.
On accident. We did it perfectly.
The boss also says, let's go.
The boss.
My goodness. By the way, we are still waiting. I have not seen any. I am on this waiting for the hot dog eating contest to start.
Yeah, what's going on?
Maybe there's a rain delay, perhaps?
Dude, I do that. I didn't even think about
I do that.
I do that.
I do that.
Yes.
That is
I keep
me.
on hitting and I just get this. No, it's just not there. And it's bumming me out, guys. It's bumming me out.
Everyone stand by.
Everyone on the stand, be by. What?
I mean, I don't think there's anything new here in terms of.
It's all right. You know what? We'll deal with it later.
Live updates, highlights.
Updates and
Cease's 16th title.
Who?
Joey.
Did it say it?
It's Seeks. He seeks.
Oh, Seeks. I thought. Whew. Don't scare me like that.
Yeah, the men's contest will follow at noon, 12 p.m.
Yeah, man.
Eastern Standard Time.
It is noon, 12 p.m. It's not even fucking on the. Here it is. Still nothing.
All right, we got a programming update at 12:20. Nathan's hot dog delayed due to inclement weather.
All right.
Coverage continues on ESPN2.
No, it doesn't because it's on something else. But whatever, I have it ready. So everybody
that's
knows.
tough, dude. That was it was about 29 minutes ago now.
That's a bummer. That's a bummer because we saw the women go at it real good.
What did you just say, dude?
You heard what I just said. Great.
The boss says a lightning delay. Lonnie says I always go late, so I don't see any of the other movie previews. Walk-in movie starting. Boom. He says.
There you go.
That's an interesting strategy, honestly. But I don't mind doing the previews. But I will tell you, recently I have been less worried about getting there on time.
Yeah.
Because I know, 7:40 movie, I don't have to get there 7:40.
Yeah. And also, I'm assuming you guys go a lot more than I do. You start to see the same previews a lot.
Yeah.
No, and we on screen time we play all of them.
Yeah, I know.
Like literally every time.
I'm on screen
Manny doesn't.
time.
He doesn't remember.
Now.
You don't remember.
Half of them. Yeah.
Manny doesn't even remember.
But when I do, that means it was good.
Perhaps, dude. What do you want? Oh.
Yoshi wanted to fly over there. He said he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Wants to the back. That's what he says when he jumps.
Yeah, that's right. Tony won these guys, Evie and Yoshi at Playland Park yesterday.
Dude, huge get. Yoshi was on the water gun thing game, right?
Yeah.
That one didn't feel that good.
Tony had a big. So we were all there.
Yeah,
Renee, Tony, and I
heard.
And this guy was just sitting there, and he joins in on the competition.
Oh, of course.
And for that guy, you had to win 2 games. You could win the first one, then on the second one, if you win, exchange your first prize for a better prize.
Small for big. Yeah, I feel you.
Tony wins the first one in a clutch way.
Bam.
Right down to the set wire. And took it. And then it was just me and Tony at the end.
Yeah, and then Michael's like, I'm gonna let you win so you can win the Yoshi.
We gotta do another trip, and I gotta bring RJ because
are you kidding me?
100%. Dude, he would go. There's this ride called what was it called? The Crazy Mouse.
Oh my, it was perfect for him.
For him, yes.
It's for us.
No, Manny.
We thought we were going off.
You're gonna go on it, Manny.
No, Manny.
You're gonna go on it.
You
and I will go on it.
No.
And
me and RJ will go on a different cart because that cart isn't safe.
You and I will go on it.
And
Yeah.
And
like
you're going forward,
dude.
it's like hard right, and you think you're gonna fall off.
Dude, it's like literally, it's like a kid's ride, right?
Yeah.
And we were like, all right, like let's just ride it. It's like one of those ones that is high up, and you're in like this mouse thing. It's the bar over your legs, and it's like you're going, and then it's just hairpin turn. And then you're going the hairpin turn, hairpin turn down, hairpin turn, hairpin turn down. Like that's the way it's set up. But it's like kind of like for kind of kids.
No, not made for.
You're not supposed to have that much weight on those quick turns.
So we went on, And
They don't care.
dude. And it's like, you know, if it feels
I wouldn't either
like,
if I was on meth.
like every turn, it feels like you're going off.
Yeah, you think
You
you're
know?
going. It's
You're
like this
just
is the
gonna
one.
tip right over.
Yeah, but I think it's probably made like that, you know, to make it think like, yo, you're gonna die.
Listen, I'm a big boy. I don't fuck around with that shit sometimes.
Big
boy roller coasters, I'm in. But
the Dragon Tail one was good. What was the name of that?
Dragon
roller
Coaster.
Dragon Coaster,
Dragon Tail
dude.
Disrespect.
You don't like Dragon
How
Tails,
dare
bro?
you fucking Dragon
I like
Tales,
Dragon
dude.
Tales,
I
but
love Dragon
this
Tails.
is the Dragon Coaster, best wooden roller coaster in the country.
See, it's funny how that keeps changing to different things. First, it was oldest wooden, fastest wooden. Now it's just the best one, in my opinion, in the country.
Evie agrees.
No, she does not.
Yes, she does. She told me she's
Evie is mine.
No, it's studios.
Oh, I won that in the darts.
Darts,
You're
yeah.
a dart man.
Yeah, it was the dart and the stars.
Did you
impressive.
give some arc on it?
No, I went straight fucking boom. Fastball down the middle, dude.
Down the middle.
Speaking of fastballs down the middle, Lonnie says, Anthony, great call in the other day and sweet mustache, she says.
Ooh, baby.
Appreciate it,
The
Lonnie.
mustache is back.
It had to do the follow-up call, you know, to the show. We called it on the show yesterday to thank Rick.
You got to
for
call
the
back
interview,
though
dude.
with Dave there.
Yeah, but I don't want to do too much. You
don't
know?
have to.
You
I'll
gotta
do
play
it
it
then.
cool.
I
dude.
like his next comment too.
We got grown men in here talking about Dragon Tales. What is happening?
You know what's
LMFAO,
happening.
dude.
It's
That
Screen
is
time.
what
is
happens
legit,
here on
dude.
Screen Time.
Yeah, we start talking about Indiana Jones and end up with fucking
Dragon
Tales,
Tales.
baby.
Okay, this is Lonnie's first time in studio with us, actually, too.
Oh, it's
So you get
awesome.
to see the
Oh,
studio
correct,
as well.
dude.
It's
Yeah,
the first
man.
time of me in the
I
fucking
can
studio
go to
in
that.
about
I can
a
go to the
month.
first time for not the sports board too.
Yeah.
You know, Joe,
Look
that's
at
the
that.
studio.
Look at that. I'm over here somewhere.
I'm in the corner right here, dude. Yeah, it's tough because the light is.
I
there,
feel
but
like
it's
I need to
okay,
go
dude.
back to Cannes, France, and do it from there because I had a good spot there.
You had a
last time.
great
Cannes,
spot there,
France.
dude. Cons.
Cons.
Icons.
Icon. Do this.
Icons.
Yeah.
France.
That's awesome. That is
so,
awesome. What else we got on the docket?
So we got a few things on the docket.
Docket
dude.
it up, dude.
We actually have a trailer that I'm going to play
What do we got?
right now,
Let's see
dude.
which one we're
5
knocking around.
Nights at Freddy's Trail coming out, I believe, in October 27th in theaters.
5 Nights at Freddy's.
It is a
Freddy Got Fingered sequel.
No, unfortunately not. dude.
Imagine that.
It's like it's a horror movie. It is a horror movie, but it's also like kind of funny and weird. Josh Hutcherson is in it, and he's almost like Freddy's is like a Chuck E. Cheese.
Okay.
And they're killer Chuck E. Cheese robots, basically,
that.
dude.
Oh, speaking of Chuck E. Cheese
hello, Renee.
murderers here. Renee's just entered the building.
Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese murderers, dude.
Murder, she says.
So let's take a look
Let's
at.
get it. So it's like an Adventureland type, funny horror type thing.
I don't know if it's really that funny. Honestly,
Was it Adventureland? No, not Adventureland.
Adventureland was a great movie, though.
That was
but
another great
funny
movie.
horror is
It's the one with Woody Harrelson. It's the
Zombieland.
Zombieland. Thank you. There was a
Yeah.
land involved, you know.
Yeah, true. Let's look at the trailer, Joe. October
All right.
27th. Peacock.
Hi, this is Mike. I was just calling to see if that job that you offered was still available.
Yes. The security guard.
I will take anything.
This place was huge in the 80s with the kids. They shut it down years ago. The owner's just not ready to let it go yet.
I will work and you will sleep.
I understand.
Give me your hand.
All you have to do is keep your eyes on the monitor.
Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's, where fantasy and fun come to life.
Okay.
You must be new security guard.
Can I help you, officer?
Have you met them yet?
Met who?
Them. In the 80s, kids went missing. The police searched Freddys top to bottom.
Hello?
They never found them. That's why the place shut down.
There are ghost children possessing giant robots. Thanks for the heads up.
Technically, they're animatronics.
What do they want?
They want to make her like them.
Happy?
Tell me how to stop them.
It's too late.
Robbie, go! Where to? Why do I always get the weirdos?
Stop.
You don't like it?
Just stop.
No?
Seriously?
What's your problem, dude?
We're gonna go with this crazy bullshit?
I think this crazy bullshit's better than any other bullshit out there, dude.
Yeah. Go watch Bodies.
Have you seen that?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna probably be as bad as this.
I think that's full of bullshit. That place. Yeah.
Don't fucking tell me that you think this is gonna be a good movie.
I think it's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, I think
Josh Hutcherson?
Michael won't make it past the fucking previews. Guaranteed. Are you shitting me?
I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be scary.
Dude.
Come on, Chuck E. Cheese.
Scary of what?
Scared of the Chuck E. Cheese robots.
Oh my god, the animatronics.
Were you not
are
scared
gonna
of the Chuck E. Cheese robots?
The animatronic's gonna take the one child that
You're animatronic, dude.
Because I'm the fucking security guard at this abandoned place.
I know.
Get the fuck out of here, dude. No, this is horseshit. This is absolute horseshit. It's not even fucking a good story. Like,
I know it doesn't make any sense how it's like there's no like the place shut down, but the owner is just still keeping it up.
the owners won't sell it, but we're gonna have a security guard here, and
Yeah.
then the cop is gonna be here to tell me how many times a child got stolen. But we need a security guy here because the animatronics are gonna fucking steal everybody. But bring your child; it'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what the fuck? And not even the funny parts were funny.
Is this supposed to be funny parts?
I don't know that last part with the fucking taxi guy. Oh, why do I always get all the weirdos? Like, it's fucking dumb. It's fucking dumb. Do not tell me that was okay. We've seen we have seen horrible trailers.
We have seen horrible trailers.
this
Worse
is
than
up
this.
there.
No.
This is up there. This is for a terrible movie.
Okay.
It's
I think Josh Hutcherson. I like Josh Hutcherson.
Okay.
Do you know who Josh Hutcherson is?
Yeah. Which it was the first one
Hunger
that I
Games,
said. Yeah.
Bridge to Terabithia.
Yeah, I guess.
He's also in a couple other things as like a kid.
Yeah. Don't get me
Cheaper by
started.
the Dozen he was in.
Yeah. It was that was an okay movie, family movie.
You know, Cheaper by the Dozen?
Yeah, it was okay.
Bonnie Hunt and Steve Martin.
Like I said,
Come on, dude.
That's
Hillary Duff.
the Duff.
Hillary Swank is in it too.
Schwanky Duffness. The doubles.
I don't know if Hillary Duff was in it.
I don't know.
Was
Either way,
Hillary Duff in it?
listen, I just don't think it's going to be a good movie.
That was the hot dogs.
Dude, we're still on a delay, which I'm very, very bummed about.
I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe a sight of lightning means there has to be 30 minutes with no more lightning.
With no more lightning, yeah. And I don't know.
And every time
if-
there is lightning, it resets.
Yeah. And I don't know if you heard or saw last night. It was a fucking thunderstorm. It was awesome.
Yeah, man, I love it. I love thunderstorms.
Yeah. Oh,
and
look,
stuff
the
out there,
Duffner.
dude.
She's
Yeah.
definitely in there.
She was in there, dude. Hillary Duff. Dude.
I don't know. I still just, you know what, dude? It's these movies, these horror movies. I feel like they don't. There's nothing new. It's tough. It's tough. There's no story behind it. At least that's not how I felt by watching the trailer.
Josh Hutcherson.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't like him in the Hunger Games. I thought the Hunger Games pissed me off. That's my wife.
I thought he was
mental
kind of a
breakdown at the end
bitch,
of it.
honestly.
Yeah, I had a full breakdown after watching that series because it's fucking so off and terrible.
Really?
Yeah, dude, don't even get me. But that was when I was drinking, so I had a lot of crazy thoughts. I went off. I went off
Really?
on my wife. Like
Wow.
she was
On
like,
the
"What?"
Hunger Games.
On the Hunger Games. It ended, and I could not stop being like, what the fuck did I just waste my entire fucking time on watching these 3 movies when blah this, blah that? Like, I went off.
That's so funny.
Off. It was insane. It was dumb. It was stupid, but it was hysterical. My wife always brings it up. She goes, well, we're not going to watch that fucking series again.
Yeah, fucking no, dude.
Got me. Hit me hard. Hit me hard.
I love
I
it.
took a stance on a movie, and for some reason, it was the Hunger Games.
No, I'm glad you did.
I did.
Yeah, dude.
So, all right. Well, I guess we'll see what happens on the Peacock.
We will see what happens in the Peacock here as we have a couple more comments here. Lonnie says, studio looks great. When do I get an invite down? He asks.
Buddy, whenever you would like.
Lonnie, literally, I mean, we're here almost every day.
Yeah.
Practically every day. You know, our sports shows every morning. You're more than welcome to come on the show in person. If you want to come down in the morning. Yeah, you come into our sports show. We can get lunch, hang out, dude.
Hells yeah.
Talk some sports, dude. Shoot the shit, man.
Yeah, play some video games.
Yeah, if you want to, dude. So literally, whatever you want, man. Just hit us up.
Yeah.
As Brian Botany comes in, by the way, with the Lonnie says, let's beat the Birds today, brother. I say the Birds he means by the Baltimore Orioles, dude.
The Orioles.
Who they beat last night, I believe. Harrison
Yankee
Bader,
boys?
I think. Yeah, the Yankee boys. Harrison Bader had a big dinger.
Big dinger.
And it's a big spot here for the Yankees because the Orioles, you know, obviously divisional rivals here. You know, rushing
really?
here for the wild card. Yeah.
Interesting.
So, as the Orioles are ahead of the Yankees in the standings, you know, beating the Orioles,
this could be a big.
you can make up some significant ground
that's
here,
a move
man.
right there. That's a move.
Yeah. But who the fuck cares about the Yankees anyway, dude?
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, I'll make the drive down on a Monday, Harlem to Connecticut. I'm down. Yeah, super easy. And even if you want to take the train, you know, you can take that train. I know there's a train from Harlem that goes right into Fairfield.
Yeah.
I don't know if it. Yeah. I think because it stops on the way to Grand Central, stops in Harlem.
Harlem, 25th.
So, yeah.
25th,
Yeah.
Love
Because wait, you guys remember when Rick botched Connecticut the other day? No, he botched the word Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Dude, sometimes it's tough, dude. Yeah, does he say Connecticut?
Connecticut.
Sometimes Rick enunciates, like he really emphasizes letters sometimes. He's from, I don't know if Rick DiPietro was from Boston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, maybe not Boston, but that Massachusetts area.
Worcester?
Yeah, Worcester.
Worcestershire.
So he has some weird pronunciations sometimes.
Hey, that happens.
Yeah,
man.
those
that
Boston
happens. And
weirdos,
Connecticut's
dude.
gonna be one of them.
Connecticut's, dude. Like whenever he says Giancarlo Stanton, he says Giancarlo Stanton.
Stanton.
I'm like, wow, Stanton.
Stunting like my daddy.
Stunting
like my daddy.
What is that?
Dude. Lil Wayne.
I don't do Lil Wayne.
Come on, dog.
Oh wow. Oh wow. The shots fired. His little fake accent comes out from time to time. Bang, fake accent. Wow, dude.
Done.
That's funny.
I like this guy.
Oh yeah. Or
rum.
rum. Yeah, he says rum. Mum. I never understood that.
Rum.
I knew a guy from New Hampshire who pronounced room like rum.
I like a rum.
Yeah, or even tour. A tour.
Yeah.
Tour.
Water.
But yeah, man.
Khakis.
Next thing on the docket for it's right, dude.
Dude, is it right?
Yeah, no, it is right, dude. Community movie. You watch Community?
I did. I fucking love that shit.
Really? They're making a movie about it. Joe McHale's on it, and so is Donald Glover.
I need Donald Glover in there, definitely.
Yeah.
And I need his partner in it.
Ahmed?
I
don't know the actor's name. Funny, dude.
Those two have to be in it.
Right.
I could care less about Chevy Chase.
Dude, they hated him on set.
Well, he was a twat.
Yeah.
It's that simple. Brie Larson, awesome. She's great.
Cool.
And the older lady, she's awesome.
Yes.
Woo.
And then even the blonde woman.
Yeah, she's
all right.
Give or take.
She's kind of annoying sometimes.
Exactly.
It's actually funny because she's in I don't know if you got to it yet, but she's in an episode of Bear.
I bet she is.
In season 2.
Yeah, she can look that part easily. She can look like a Chicago style.
A Chicagan. So yeah, dude, big movie. I think that's pretty
awesome.
gonna be.
I mean, the show did well.
The show was. I remember watching it like before The Office. And stuff. Yeah.
Well, there was controversy with a bunch of people and the way that Chevy Chase acted. Fucking then what's his face left and things got. But I will say this: some of the greatest episodes ever were the paintball episodes. Dude, every single time there was a paintball episode, I loved every moment of it.
Really?
It was the most insane thing ever. I loved every minute of it, especially like the first couple.
Mm-hmm.
You're just like, what the fuck?
I'll have to watch. I have to rewatch. I think it's on Hulu. Probably Peacock, I guess.
They've been, probably Peacock.
Yeah, I think it used to be on Hulu.
Yeah.
Those sons of bitches.
Before they switched out and everyone started taking
Before
their
they
own
totally
footage.
blew it, dude.
Yeah, but no, dude, I enjoyed that show. It started going downhill after like season 4 or 5, I think.
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree.
But like those first few seasons, just
So good.
When you see there's a point where you see like the change in Joe McHale's character, and once you see that change, that everything starts getting better. I think. And
Yeah,
they start
no, I
showing
agree.
more of Donald Glover, and they start really going into everybody's individual strengths, and it is funny. And then Chevy Chase, like, he is hilarious, I think, in certain spots, but then in certain spots, like, it was like he was trying too hard, and he was trying to bring back comedy from back in the day that just it didn't work.
And again, I mean, like, with all the issues I heard of them having on set with him specifically and the way he acted, I mean, it's just not. How is that going to be conducive at all to having a good atmosphere, a good show? It's not. It's just
and
not,
I mean, dude, it worked. The first few seasons with him in it, and just like he played that role way too well.
Yeah, no, really.
That it probably hurt him. And I mean, I can only imagine the shit that he said behind the scenes, because I've heard some stories.
Yeah, I know.
Like, you know,
some bad stories. Yeah.
I've read a few things.
I've
like,
also,
well, of course,
I read too many, you know.
I know how to read, my friend.
But yeah, so keep a look out for that. This is what was interesting that they're making a movie.
Yeah, that's awesome. That means
like,
that a lot of people have to like be like, yeah, we're doing it.
Yeah, exactly, dude. There's no way they're not gonna, like, if people didn't sign on to it, there's no way they're gonna.
And McHale hasn't really done much. He came out with a show that was like the people who pick up roadkill.
Oh yeah.
That show came out like this year, last year, something like that, and I don't think it did that well.
And again, he made an appearance in The Bear.
Oh yeah, okay.
He was Carmen's, like, Carmen was his understudy at their restaurant. Remember in season 1 where he's like, "You're nothing.
You're nothing.
You're worthless."
Yeah. That's a perfect role for him.
I know. And I thought that was kind of funny because he shows up and then the blonde woman shows up as well.
So, I mean, I think it could be good. It could be good, but like, I don't remember where we left off. I mean, they've been in community college for how long?
Didn't they graduate?
I think that was the whole thing.
Right?
It's like
they
each semester was a season.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
We'll see what happens. Another thing, update people on, is Jonathan Majors. This is pretty interesting.
Boy.
As we know, he was accused of sexual assault a few months ago, and then since then, you had multiple women, coming forward to kind of also say that, you know, they had incidences with Jonathan Majors,
which was what we knew was going to happen.
Exactly. And also, so far, I think basically he was dropped from his agency. A bunch of roles he was supposed to get dropped from. The only thing he hasn't been officially dropped from is Kang in the Marvel Universe. They still haven't
dropped him.
Technically, no. And they said that they're going to see and wait to see how the trial goes, which I respect.
Yeah.
And it's also like, I mean, obviously the man isn't doing anything for them right now,
of course,
but they're just like, we're not going to use him until, you know,
so
which I like that, dude, because I don't know. I've obviously, if this is the case where he is found guilty, like, he's not a good guy.
It's gonna turn. Well, what's his face? The dude from 70 Show, Matherson.
Yeah,
he just got his second trial, and I think he got convicted.
Yeah, he did get convicted.
Yeah, so like, dude, it's gonna be over for some of these guys.
That was a little different though, because those were years ago, right? That's like 15 years ago.
Yeah,
was when it happened, right? This was like,
but I mean, there's states that are like changing laws and saying, you know, there's no statute of limitations, and then all of a sudden you're fucked. Period. So, I mean, technically, from what this trial did was show that he did it, and
right,
that's scummy ass shit.
I think like they changed the rules for him too. Actually, they passed some new law for him.
Yep.
But in terms of Jonathan Majors, I mean, it's again, like, I mean, obviously his legal team here is like he's innocent and that we have enough evidence to prove him innocent.
We'll see with
I guess we'll see. I would like to think that a reason why Marvel hasn't dropped him yet is because they know, like, oh, like, it does seem like he's going to be innocent, like, so why would we drop him? But it's tough because then, like, of course,
especially nowadays.
I mean, I understand from a business aspect, if you're the business and one of your employees is like accused of this certain thing, like, it's easier for you to drop them.
Exactly, it's easy.
But it's like kind of fucked up.
Yeah,
you know.
Well, that's exactly what I mean. It's like there used to be like people have your back.
Yeah,
and if you're wrong, then
you're
you
out.
Get taken care of from it. You know, like, but the whole innocent until proven guilty, that shit's gone.
It
The
really
internet
is.
fucked that up.
Yeah, because even people like, let's say, you know, like his agency decided to keep Jonathan Majors.
Yeah.
People will be like, why are you employing this man?
Absolutely.
You support sexual assault.
Exactly. And then if they do, and they decide after that to kick him out, they'll be like, oh, you only kicked him out because of the pressure.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It's a fucking, there's
exactly.
it's no winning.
It's a lose-lose, dude. Yeah.
But the question is, if he comes out of it and you back him and he comes out of it okay, then, you know, like that's it. Like then everyone needs to calm the fuck down, but they won't, because they're going to continue saying it and continue. And unfortunately, I mean, it's tough. If you have one person come out against you, then all of a sudden you have 2 or 3. Then you have like, there comes a point where, the general thought process of everyone's going to be like, you guys, you fucked up. You guys did it. You have to get rid of them, and that's it. But we've seen in a lot of situations where that doesn't happen. So
yeah. And I don't think like, I mean, this guy seems to be kind of screwed, honestly, either way.
Yeah.
Because even people nowadays too, like, oh, he gets off. He's like, oh, just another big, you know, like
big Hollywood guy,
big Hollywood actor that gets off.
Yeah. Everyone wants to see that. They don't want to see people succeeding anymore, or they want to see you succeed and then they want to rip you apart, which is usually what is happening.
Massive failure.
Yeah. But whatever works, man. If you want to be like that, you fucking be like that.
I don't want to be like that.
Majors is like Marvel's Deshaun. I'm assuming Watson. Yeah, Watson right now.
Oh my god, yeah, basically.
True. That's exactly it.
I mean, it really is sad because I mean, just like Deshaun Watson, I mean, Jonathan Majors, I mean, came out on the scene so hot this year,
dude.
Between Creed 3 and Ant-Man, like he's going to be a huge part to Marvel.
I really didn't think he was that great.
He was just okay.
He was just like a normal villain. Like I feel like if they wrote it a little bit better in another one, he'll be like fucking badass.
Right.
I think it was too submissive, I guess, in a point.
And I do think what people kind of forget though is that like these last few Marvel movies, like, I mean, I hate to say that Marvel looked at them as like throwaway movies, but they were setup movies.
Yeah.
You know, they were transitional movies to help push along this next.
Speaking of that, I watched the first. I don't remember much because I was very tired when I watched it. I watched the first episode of the one with Samuel L. Jackson in it.
Oh, Secret Invasion?
Yeah.
How is it?
Interesting.
Yeah.
It held my attention.
That's good.
But I was exhausted when
I
was watching it because I think I watched it like the day after I got back from France or something.
Really?
I need to continue watching it to see, but for the most part, I was in on it. Like it should be a fun one to watch, I think. We'll see how it goes.
How many is out there right now? How many episodes?
I don't remember. I think I got to 2. There might have been 3 out at the time, maybe, but I'm not sure.
All right, good.
Yeah, I mean, he did good in it. I mean, you see what's her name come back from How I Met Your Mother.
Wow.
She's in it.
Oh, Robin,
yeah.
Whatever her name is.
But yeah, I mean, it was, you know, it's very Marvel,
right?
You know, and again, Samuel L. Jackson plays, you know, what's a Fury pretty damn well. So, but we'll talk about that once we've seen a little bit more.
Yes, I think so. Lonnie also says, "Why you guys cover a lot here?" Yeah, man. I mean, we got, you know, definitely a lot. You know, we got a little different shows, sports, movies. I mean, we love everything here.
We love everything.
Last thing, I guess not really the last thing. We do the watch list thing.
Oh yeah.
But DC casted Superman and Lois Lane.
Yep, I saw that.
And I don't know how I feel about it, but it is 2 no-name actors. So Lois Lane is played by a woman named Rachel Brosnahan.
I like her.
I haven't seen her really.
She was in. Tell me what she was in.
The Marvelous Miss Maisel.
Thank you. That's probably where I saw her in.
House of Cards. 19 episodes she was in.
Yeah.
Patriots Day.
Patriots Day. I watched her in that.
Finest Hours, I guess, and anything else I really didn't know.
Yeah, I think she's okay. I think it's good that they went with her. She's not super well known, but for Lois Lane, I mean, go back up to her photo. I could see her.
I can see her too.
I can see her. Maybe. Well, that's the other thing too. Every time I think of Lois Lane, I think of what's her face,
Amy Adams
with Dean Cain. No. We went over this on the last one.
Yeah,
but she had dark hair. I see Lois Lane as like a dark brown, black hair.
So do I, dude. And even the woman who was with Christopher Reeves too, dark hair.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, she's blonde in this, and what's her name? Like you said, Amy Fisher's also blonder in it. But I think he needs to be dark haired for it to really hit.
I think so too.
But good. And then the guy is
David Corn Sweat.
Corn Sweat.
That hasn't done a lot, dude.
Look at that jawline though.
Great jawline, great hair. Got a look for Superman.
Yeah. I think the look has him that he's got good hair.
Yeah.
Shave, go fully shaved on it.
30 years old. Has appeared in House of Cards as well.
Nice,
ironically enough. Other than that, I haven't seen
the
anything else. I don't know what this is, dude.
House of Cards, Instant Controversy. No, yeah. Elementary is the show.
Yeah, I remember, and I don't know what he was. One episode.
Just one episode. Yeah, well,
Elementary's a great show.
Again, let's see. It with all the controversy around this, this is going to be a turning point movie because we're going to see if they can revive something because everything has just been garbage.
And again, like I just think how Henry Cavill kind of left the spot too. Like
I know, and I liked him, dude. I really did. I thought he was good.
I
thought he had the look. I think he had the jacked up body that just looked like a Superman and everything. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, dude.
So we'll see.
But I do like that they're no name actors, really, for the most part.
Good.
I think that is good.
That's good.
I think this is good, dude.
And good because if they do well, then you can actually bring them in for more stuff.
Yeah, and this guy
they better keep a fucking lid on their shit.
Yeah, dude.
They
honestly,
better not let all their fucking craziness spill out.
Oh my god,
we don't need any more of that shit.
But this guy wants to make it a more old school Superman.
Good.
Good. That's what he said. So we'll see, dude.
Hey, Again, I think that's what some of the TV shows did. They stuck a little bit more to the comic booky, old school look and feel of it, and the storytelling. So hopefully they can do it, again with this Superman and these guys. It'll be interesting. Do they have a villain for this?
No, nothing yet.
Yeah. I didn't like what's his face as Lex Luthor in the last one.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah, I like him in a lot of things.
Yeah, me
was
too.
Just
but
not good.
He wasn't.
And I don't know how I feel about the small. I watched a few episodes of Smallville, and I didn't like that guy either.
Really?
Yeah.
I never watched it, but I heard phenomenal things about Smallville.
It was good. I think I need to give it another try, and it's just those shows. They're older. They started a while ago, and like the first seasons, you're like, because everything has changed now. They kind of look a little bit rough, and
right?
The acting hasn't gotten there yet because it's the first season. They haven't felt like that blend. So I gotta just fight through it and check it out.
Yeah, I think you should.
Yeah.
Fight through it, dude.
Fight through.
Fight the good fight.
Fight is a good fight.
That's what the people did on July 4th, 1776.
Yeah, America, bitches.
Yeah, dude. As I'm watching Independence Day over here.
Welcome to Earth, mother.
Welcome to Earth.
Boom.
Was Will Smith right there with his boy?
Yeah.
The guy who looks like Harry Connick Jr.
Oh, baby, with the cigar.
Yeah, dude. He dies.
Yeah, he go bye-bye.
He go bye-bye. And then you got Randy Quaid coming in here.
Oh, Randy
Dandy.
Randy Quaid.
So we have one more thing to talk about, which is pretty big,
quick
dude. We have our watch list to go over.
First watch look in a month.
No, I'll do my watch list first, just because I really have one thing to talk about.
Yeah.
And then the other thing we already talked about, and then the other thing we have a crossover.
Gotta talk about. Yeah.
So I'm gonna bring this up here.
Bang it up.
This is my watch list right here. Bang, the drumming here.
All right. So we already talked about.
So Indiana Jones, we got already. I don't want to do this. Indiana Jones. What the fudge?
Fudge.
I guess it won't. That's weird. Indiana Jones, we did. Muscles Mayhem will hold on the back burner right now, but snacks versus chef.
I'm very intrigued by this.
So
talk to me.
This is a Netflix show. One season came out, I think, either last year. No, it came out either 2021 or 2020.
Lovely.
But there's still one season on Netflix. I don't think it ever got renewed because the people in it are kind of quacky.
Quack.
Yeah, they're just not. I don't think they're made for television.
That's a bummer.
But the concept is super cool.
Yeah.
So it's obviously like a food challenge show.
Yeah.
Where these people are brought in and they come in from all different walks of life in terms of being just regular chefs to just being like house chefs to being candy experts, whatever the contestants. Nice. And basically, it's kind of like a 2-part in every episode where you are introduced to a snack. And let's say what episode I watched, the snack that they tried to use were Gushers. Right, that was the first episode I watched was Gushers. Eat this Gusher, taste it, now replicate it.
Ooh.
And whoever gets the closest to the original will win this challenge and have a
Some
advantage
type of
to the actual main event here. And it's pretty cool because the people involved, again, like they're by no means are they're chefs. Like they're chefs. They're not candy like makers.
Yeah.
So they really are just going off of their knowledge of food.
General knowledge.
Yeah.
Got it.
So it's cool to see them come in, like eat a Gusher, figure out its consistency, its flavor, and then how to make it.
Yeah, because Gushers are a weird mix of liquid and gummy.
Yeah.
It's like,
And it's also well executed in the sense that every time you bite into a Gusher, it fucking gushes, my guy.
It explodes.
So it was pretty cool. They did that. And then like for that episode, the final challenge, like, all right, now for the final challenge, like you're gonna make your own. Right,
and it better not suck.
And it's gonna be like your own, like be creative with it. It's like whatever it is, it has to have a gooey inside that explodes when I bite into it. And
gooey.
Dude, and these people like just either like there were some guys who literally just like fucked up so bad. Like,
listen, man, that type of stuff, baking and candy, like it's an exact science. Like you can't fuck it up.
Exactly,
it'll literally fuck up the taste,
and
the texture, the fucking shape, everything.
And you can tell some of these guys are just kind of guessing.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, well, I just gonna try this, I guess. Like,
we'll crystallize it. It'll be fine.
Yeah. But one woman, the one who won that challenge episode, made a Gusher gummy, basically, that was a chicken drumstick. Like, literally the size of a chicken drumstick. Had it looked like it was battered and fried.
No way.
But it was all candy, sugar stuff. And when you bite in, I forget the flavor inside. I think she tried to make like a barbecue gummy inside, but they said it tasted good and gushed gummy. Oh, that's so good, dude. And then another episode I watched was at the recreate the Oreo, which is really interesting.
Ooh.
Oh, dude, there's some guy who's a poor guy, totally flubbed it on the chocolate cookie part.
No, that should be the easiest part.
I know you would think so.
You would think.
But it comes out of the oven and it was. Oh, dude. It was collapsed. Like what once was like the actual one single cookies on the cookie sheet.
It was just all
melted into one big square. And he was like, fuck, dude, like, what do I do? And
he's a cookie cutter dickhead.
Yeah, he tried to, but it was crumbling in his hands, dude.
Oh my God, he fucked up on all levels.
I think what he had done, they were saying how he put butter in there.
Idiot.
Which the recipe calls for, but they didn't have enough time to have it. It was still too loose.
Yeah.
So the second and then it was just
crumbles of death. I bet that he
was this guy.
It's an American show, I'm assuming. So it was like really intense and shit.
Yeah. It was some cool cuts and stuff, and
I've been watching a lot of Triple D.
A lot of Triple D, dude. Have you seen the one where he's in the American Canteen, my guy?
Dude,
yeah, or Super Duper Weenie.
I've been to so many of his spots. Every time I
went
would
to the
travel,
Black Duck too.
Yep. Yeah, he had a good time at the Black Duck.
Who doesn't?
Oh baby.
Oh baby.
Oh baby. Oh baby.
But Stack vs. Chef, if you're into like a fun cooking show, because I've actually been watching a lot of these like competition shows.
You've been watching you brought the barbecue one a few weeks back. Now you got this guy.
It's a good watch.
Yeah.
Especially if like you got other stuff going on. Honestly, you can just like peek over.
Throw them in the background.
Yeah.
You know.
And it really is. I think I'm getting a newfound like
newfound glory, newfound respect, newfound.
Let's go with respect.
Newfoundland.
Admiration
was
what I was looking for.
Nice.
For how they shoot these things and the crew and everything for these shows.
I mean, the only problem
it's a lot, dude.
But after a while, it's all the same exact thing. I can't.
It is.
I can't do that.
I mean, it's basically the formula.
That's Danny's world right there.
The formula, dude.
Yeah, it is. It's a formula. You go in, you do it every single day, and you go home. And not too much creativeness in my eyes, but
no, I totally agree, dude.
I think I mean. Unless you're the actual DP and you've set the mood for the entire thing, because they also shoot multiple shows, in a day. So,
are you the DP?
DP, totally.
But that's basically where my watch list kind of
good.
Stops a little bit there this week.
It's all right.
But no, I'm excited to talk about Muscles and Mayhem with you.
You want to bring that up first?
I mean, obviously that would be the segue. Yeah. Muscles and Mayhem.
Muscles and Mayhem.
So it's a Netflix series, docu-series about a show that ran from 1986, I believe, or 89 to 96.
96, yeah.
called American Gladiators, which
Was amazing.
I know some people are like, well, Tony, like you were born in 95. Like, well, how could you even know? Buddy, for you young people out there that weren't around, there used to be a channel called ESPN Classic.
Oh, yeah.
And I grew up watching ESPN Classic because they were really the only ESPN network that showed bowling, actually.
You know why I would watch it?
Why?
For the reason,
Billiards,
for the
darts,
other reason.
American Gladiators.
No, the one that was competing with American Gladiators at first. Roller derby.
Oh, roller derby.
One of my
really?
favorite things. I used to wake up in the morning and at like 6 a.m. they would be doing roller derby.
They talked about roller derby in the docuseries.
They talk about it. Yeah, good enough because it was what it was competing with.
Yeah. But yeah, so I grew up watched reruns of American Gladiator, which I don't know why ESPN stopped that network. Because it was like it was like all day. It was Stump the Schwab. Yeah. It was like American Gladiators, bowling, billiards, darts,
yep. All the weird.
And then sometimes they would play old like Mets and Yankee, like old Super Bowl games,
old boxing matches.
Yeah,
that was
dude.
A lot of them. They used to have the nighttime ones.
And like, I mean, I don't know. Am I stupid to say that like your cost to run that must have been minimal?
I feel like they just have it. I feel you can find those all like on their website now or on like
ESPN
well
now
Plus
like
and shit.
Yeah, now they have like ESPN Film Room and stuff where it's like, oh, you can.
And I feel like the 30 for 30s kind of took over on some of those stories and shit like that. So, I mean, I agree. I think it was an awesome fucking channel because you got to see all those old things. But I don't know. I mean, this show, dude, was like a classic for me. I used to watch it all the time. My favorite was the gun that shoots down at the people. The tennis ball gun.
Yeah.
Dude. And I mean, as they said, these guys were superstars for a while. They were like these giants, these fucking animals of human beings.
Gladiators,
Yeah, the women were fucking destroying you as bad as the dudes were. It's crazy.
Yeah, and of course, like with any other, show with glory, there was a downfall.
Oh yeah.
But it was cool. I was saying to you before the show, dude, it seemed like this guy, Johnny Ferraro was his name, right? Something or Bobby Ferraro. Yeah. Something with the ending in the Y.
Yeah.
Like 2 syllables, good name. Elvis impersonator, no doubt is like on cocaine or something, dude. Like
back in the day, anybody just had that aggressiveness. And he was probably like, hey, we got an idea. I got this idea. Let's go.
Literally, dude.
I know this person. Bring him in.
Yeah, but it's like in reality, I mean, he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Yeah. But basically,
the Goldwyn Company were involved.
Yeah, basically, he was able to get a meeting with the Goldwyn Company with a guy he knew, and the guy said that he had a poster, a little flyer for American Gladiators. He's like, oh, this is cool. Like, let's do it.
It's awesome.
Just like that.
And just like
they hired like a stunt coordinator and a set designer, man.
Yeah.
And they started drawing up games.
Dude, it was the beginning of this TV revolution where, again, we were talking about it earlier. It's a wild, wild west at the beginning of things. And that's what you're going to get. And that show was literally it. Like, these guys, they were rock stars and everything. And of course, the downfall is, their contracts, I forget the way that they said it was. The contracts were just set. Like whatever they said, they couldn't change it. Sam Goldwyn said he's not going to renegotiate. He doesn't do that. My father doesn't do that. I'm not going to do that. And they lost. They lost the main gladiators. They weren't treating them well. I mean, dude, they were getting some grueling shit.
Yeah, dude.
Like, what you saw was hours and hours of them getting fucking hammered because they would do multiple shows a day. So
that was crazy.
That is bad shit.
Like they would do.
They only had 6 to start.
They would do one event for like 12 episodes.
And
they because of the set, they would keep the set and do that same event 12 times.
One of the girls, I think either Laser or I forget which girl, was like, "Yeah, dude, first one I'm taking you down. Second one I'm taking you down. Third one, getting a little tired.
Yeah.
By the 6th one, you're like, dude, you're dead.
Yeah.
But I mean, they lived the life for like 2 years.
Dude, they did.
They talking about the tour that came up was fucking insane. I think the documentary was well done. Now, we mentioned this or we talked about this before the show, but it's called Muscles and Mayhem, the unofficial, unsanctioned or whatever documentary. So, but the problem is like everybody that was on the show and everybody that ran the show was talked to. So I don't know how much of that is actually true or if that's just part of the title or whatever, or if we're missing a lot of information that might have been there. But most of the people looked like they were part of it from the beginning to end. So, and I love the fact that like all the dudes like, oh yeah, I tried to hook up, and that guy, the Elvis dude or the TD, I think the director was like, "Yeah, I was with her."
Dude, the director who likes sex toys in the fucking control room. That I was like, what?
Everywhere.
Yeah, dude. He's like, oh, you walk in and like you don't really mind it, but then when the big wigs come down, they're like, what the fuck
The
is
funniest
this,
part
dude?
is, of course, it's they have the woman who's the daughter of whoever the hell it was, and she's like, it's just him.
Yeah.
Of all, like, of course, that dude's never gonna get canceled because he's just that guy.
Yeah.
But like the fact that they accepted that.
Yeah.
And they're like, of course, they have to have her be the one that says, "Oh, it's just him." It's a woman saying, "Oh, it's just him," putting dildos and everything. Like,
she did say, like, "Oh, it's a different time back then."
Agreed.
Like,
I know, but still, it's like one of those things that it's funny the way that it was brought up and the way it got dealt with there.
Yeah.
And it's also funny they bring up like he's like, "Oh, yeah, I was with her," and she's like, "He said that." Like, I don't even remember. One of the girls like, "I don't even remember us sitting at lunch together."
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, exactly. The guy, total creeper. You see him now too. He's
then you fucking see what's going on in the tour bus, and dude,
like they're all
we were practicing
rock and roll. Yeah,
we were practicing our strip teases. So it's like, damn, dude.
Okay. But also that guy like revolutionized how they shot the show. Like no one shot the show like him. With quick cuts,
which was brilliant.
Putting cameras on poles and having the poles up there, putting cameras on helmets.
Yeah.
Like, no one did that before him.
Yeah, it was
like
GoPro
that's sick.
Before GoPro.
Yeah,
and that's but that's what it takes is innovation. It took that, and they said one of the biggest problems was that it cost too much to make, and the tour they barely made any money off the tour because they had to build all these things.
The guy,
was a 16 fucking truck tour.
Yeah, and the guy said it was like, oh, that's like what the Rolling Stones bring.
Yeah, like that's a lot. Just to travel alone is gonna cost you money. Like, that's insane.
And it was interesting how fucking piss poor of a job they did in the first season, the first like 6 episodes, first 13 episodes, whatever it was.
The dark episode, the dark
ages,
they call
it was just like no padding, like just they're in the studio, like on concrete, getting fucking the lack of just knowledge of how games work, of how physics work, how games weren't going to work the way you thought they would,
how your fucking body's going to get abused, how the contestants that are tiny, weak people are going to get fucking ended.
They were saying there was one of the early on episodes where they wrote this, I guess, game where a gladiator, they were both suspended by their chest harness, right? So the feet weren't really on the ground.
Yeah.
But the gladiator had to like push the contestant and get him stuck to the Velcro wall, and it didn't work.
They were just dangling.
The person was too heavy to get stuck to the Velcro.
It would rip right off.
Because of that, they had no use of their legs, so they couldn't really move. So they're just dangling and kind of holding on to each other, looking like so bad. And
then the first jousting platform that they used would actually just collapse. So like if you fell, they'd fall, you'd fall on him.
It was a single,
it's fucked up,
like narrow walkway, and if you got pushed back far enough in your joust, they would collapse. The floor would collapse up under you. But at that point, you're both falling. People were falling on top of each other. Dude, it took that other guy to come in.
Malibu. Sergeant.
No. I forget what guy, because it wasn't the director guy. Someone else came in and redesigned their games to be more fit for television. Yeah. And that's when instead the joust was on a column on a single circle. You don't
have that much room to move.
Exactly, dude.
They got rid of like the pushing of the thing up the hill. Now you have to run while it's coming downwards.
Yeah.
Some of the final races.
It was cool.
It was good. Yeah. It was a good behind the scenes. Again, we're at this time where a lot of those shows, I think, they're gonna start getting some behind the scenes stuff. Because I mean, the partying, the gladiators, the fucking everything that happened in that show was crazy. Crazy.
Everything was so crazy.
It sucks because it was a really cool show, and I think it could have probably continued till now. But a lot of these new shows, actually, just like they said, they wouldn't have existed like without these guys.
I know. It would be interesting to see, like, if American Gladiator, like, if that show continued, and I don't know, I feel like it would have been almost like a good alternative for like some athletes out there.
Yeah.
That would rather.
I mean,
do
they
that.
said at the end that when it went to other countries, it did fucking great. Like,
really,
Britain did amazing apparently with it.
I didn't see the last episode yet.
Yeah.
So
there's I mean, the last episode's more of just like
recap.
a little recap and roundup. There's not much more to it. I don't think there was anything too interesting about the end. I don't think there's anything surprising. It's, you know, them talking about what happened after. Like some of them became one of them was on Jag, I think, for a while, and then she got other jobs. One of them was in Playboy for a while.
Oh,
she did
really,
a Playboy
dude?
spread. Yeah, it's very interesting.
I was like surprised that everyone was like alive.
I mean, the way they talked, but I mean, look at wrestlers from back in the day. Most of them are still alive.
Yeah. Speaking of which, the whole steroid thing.
The steroid thing.
Yeah, dude.
Hulk Hogan. Because it was, again, back to TV times. It was like this revolution of fucking TV.
Yeah.
And changing. And as the 90s progressed, it was fucking even crazier because they were trying to get more extreme shit. So I don't know. It's the 90s decade of movies and TV and music and shit is gonna be documented for a while because it was fucking insane. And it's just at the cusp of like that being history for us.
Right.
You know, we're 20 years deep now into the 2000s. Into the thousands, so we'll see what happens. But that's like, I need them to start bringing back. I saw someone talking about Hey Dude the other day. I was like, someone needs to bring something back and tell me what happened with that, or what happened with Are You Afraid of the Dark? Like I want to know these things, like Guts.
Yeah, dude, you can probably do a documentary on just that, you know, so just Guts.
100%. I actually helped a friend when I was in college make a Guts mockumentary.
Really?
Yeah, it was about the guy that lost to a girl.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It was awesome. It was
that sounds hilarious.
It was fucking great. And it was directed by a really cool kid that used to go to Sacred Heart. He was like a senior when I was a sophomore, I think.
That's sick.
And he wrote it. He was one of those kids that always did all the cool shit. And you're like, dude, how the fuck you do that? Like, he was the first time I ever saw someone be playing every instrument at the same time. But back in the day, it was fucking like, I was like, how the fuck did you do that? Like, that was ridiculous. And then I found out it was as easy as just not moving the camera. But you know, you don't know that shit back in the day. And you see this kid and you're in college, you're like, oh, that's what I want to do. I want to do shit like that.
Yeah, dude.
And then he did this mockumentary and it was great. And he played this like, or we had another friend of ours play the guy, and he was like this drunk. He was like, oh yeah, man, I had the piece of the Astro Craig or the Agro
Oh
Craig.
my god, yeah.
And then we interview the girl who's this blonde girl. She's like, you know, I beat him, blah blah blah. I have it right here.
Oh my goodness.
Shit. It was a funny one for what we had. But yeah, dude, that's the type of shit that I want to know about now. I want to know all the behind the scenes, especially because of the fact that like all this shit has been brought out from Hollywood. All this shit has come up, whereas everyone's like, oh, this happened. You're like, oh shit, like I want to know what happened with that story. I want to know what happened, like the Weinstein shit. Like, there's gonna be a point where that documentary is gonna come out. It's gonna be fucking heavy.
Yeah.
Or the movie's gonna come out. It's gonna be fucking heavy. You know, like a good one. So we'll see what happens. But overall, I think that doc series was good. I watched it pretty quick too. 5 episodes. Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah. How do you feel about the animation things? The animated things?
They're all right.
Yeah, I didn't really like it that much.
I don't think there was. I think they just needed to fill the space.
Yeah, just to give another visual, you know. I think so too. But
I was surprised at how much like behind the scenes footage they had.
I know of them on the tour bus and shit, and then in
shit.
between
So, like,
locker
you
rooms
actually
and
felt
such.
like, yeah, you were there for a while.
I guess they could have used more, I suppose.
Yeah,
too,
but
guess.
I think, but again, back in the day, it's like that person had to have, whoever was taking video had to have been buying tapes, saving the tapes.
Yeah,
like that tapes. It wasn't as easy to get that footage.
No, definitely not.
And it's usually that one person that was always with you that had a camera. Now you have to track that fucking person down and hope that they still have the tapes for that shit.
So funny.
But I think a lot of bands did that back in the day, and I think a lot of those documentaries are going to be coming out. A lot of behind the scenes of movies are going to be coming out.
Oh yeah,
that's what people want to see right now.
I did want to look up a documentary because there's a 30 for 30.
That's right.
It is actually more unauthorized story.
Yeah. It's so that, but it's unauthorized. But you have like the creator there, you have the director, you have all the gladiators there. It's like, how unauthorized is it? Like, who has to be the one to authorize it?
I know. Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah.
Looks like 30 for 30. This is June. So.
Oh, nice.
So this Came out last month, I guess, huh?
I'm gonna have to watch that one now.
That is pretty crazy.
See how they make it, because this probably is the authorized.
I wonder if maybe there was just some things like, I mean, obviously there was a reason why they decided to do this one too, you know?
That's weird.
Michael O'Hearn,
Mikael,
who wasn't in the docu-series,
Hmm.
but maybe he's in the 30 for 30.
Conspiracy.
I know. I wonder
fucking
why,
city,
dude.
dog.
Conspiracy fucking city, dude.
But yeah, I think overall it was good. It was fun it was nostalgic for me.
Yeah.
Seeing some of the action figures too. I was like, I actually had those.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. I had the jousting dudes.
Oh, that's pretty dope, dude.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, that is pretty sick.
But overall good, 8.5 for a doc.
Yeah, I would give it around there, 8.4, 8.5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
like
that
that.
mid-range. Just a good B. Good to watch.
I'll stick it with the 8.4 because I did not like the animated things.
Respectable.
Yeah, it felt too like,
yeah, just cheaply thrown on there.
Yeah, and they tried to make it funny.
Yeah. To them, it was probably funny.
To them, it probably was because they did that with Ric Flair's 30 for 30.
Yeah,
and I didn't really like that much.
Yeah, I did like Ric Flair's interview though.
Yeah, he's a great interview.
No, I just meant the look of that interview in that space. It was very deep. It had like those weird. It was good. I liked it.
It was a good time. But then now the rest of your watch list.
The rest of my watch list? All right. So the next two, I forget. I know I have Warrior and I have what was the other one? The other one was Jack Ryan.
Oh, Jack Ryan.
So I'll do Jack Ryan real quick. I watched the first episode back. I don't know if you've watched the Jack Ryan series with what's his face from The Office, but
John Krasinski.
But it's
no, I haven't.
I've enjoyed the last 3 episodes. It's kind of like nice that this is the finale, the final season 4. You see him go from an analysis person, and he's all of a sudden like this hero, and now you're at the 4th one. He's got some clout.
Right.
People know him. He's kind of been known to stop things, but now he's also in trouble for things he did in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And blah, blah, blah. Again, one of those shows that overall good. Krasinski did good.
Right.
Storyline's fun. It's, it's Jack Ryan. So it's very spy-like. It's very, real, and he does a great job in it.
Mm-hmm.
Him as Jack Ryan, the characters is good. I can't really say much yet because I've only seen the first episode, but from the first episode, entertaining.
Right.
We're back at it. We're back in it. We're back in it with him as his character. We're back in it with problem going down. There's a Mexican actor, and I think he's one of the main bad guys or cohorts. He does a really good job in it. He's the dude. What is he in? He was in the movie with oh my god, Jonah Hill, where Jonah Hill's the
War Dogs.
Is it War? No, it's not War Dogs.
Not the guy from Top Gun you're talking about.
No, I might be wrong completely. No, not that guy. Not that guy. Mexican dude.
Jonah Hill.
He was in another. Oh, he was in Chips. You know the movie Chips that recently came out with Dax Shepard? Just look it up.
Jeremy Pena. Not Jeremy Pena.
Oh yeah, Pena.
Right?
I think it's Pena. Yeah.
No, it's not Jeremy Pena. Was the shortstop guy.
No, say put Pena
30
in.
minutes or less, I think, is the guy you're thinking of.
Yeah, him.
Michael Pena.
He's in it. He's. I mean, in the first episode at least.
Right.
And of course, he does a good job.
Yeah, right,
I like him as an actor. It's a very serious role. And yeah, the first episode just it did what it needed to do. It brought us back to his character and introduced us to the next dilemma that he has to take care of. But the series has been good. Amazon's done well with it. I think hopefully it'll end nicely and not too cliffhangery. If you're gonna finish the season, fucking finish it for me here.
Right.
The series, I mean. But yeah, overall, I think it's back on to its good ways, and I think it's enjoyable to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna give it a rating right now because I gotta watch the rest of the season. But for now, it's doing pretty well.
And have you've seen all seasons?
Yeah, I've seen them all. The second season, or maybe it was the third, took me a little while to get back in.
Yeah.
But I got back in it, and
that's dope.
Once you get into it, you're in.
Yeah.
It's a fun to watch, and again, Krasinski does a fucking awesome job.
Hell yeah.
I like him as an actor overall. And the fact that he plays so many different weird roles is awesome.
Yeah, it's sick.
So that's a great one. And then to find this show that I watched, it's called Warrior. It's on HBO Go or HBO Max, whatever the fuck we're calling it now.
Actually, it's just Max
So
now, man.
just Max. It's on Max.
It's on HBO Go or HBO Max. I mean Max.
But
yeah, what's the deal with this? I'm looking at
it's
it.
a Cinemax show,
dude.
Cinemax was the original place for it.
Oh, really?
So I think this is a few
How did
years
they get
old.
that, dude?
I think mergers and shit that have happened with HBO, Warner, Discovery, that whole thing. I think that's how they got it. But who owns Skinemax?
Not Skinemax.
Warner Brothers. See, so the minute that they aligned with fucking HBO got it. It's this weird. Does it say Western or Warner Brothers? Okay. It's based in San Francisco. Early on, where the railroad tracks are being built, and that's
Okay.
so like probably 20s, 30s,
Right.
maybe I think.
Okay.
And it's pretty much Asians versus Americans, and how the Asians were treated, and how the Irish mainly, because the Irish were the jobs were being taken by the Asians because they were doing it at a way cheaper price. But then in the Asian community, there's two gangs. People that came over from China, they call it over the salt. And this one guy comes back looking for his sister. And it's really, the story revolves around him and how he's intertwined in this two gang thing, and then versus the cops, which they're trying to get rid of all the Chinese people. Then you have also the head of the Irish people that's like, stop giving the Asians all this work, give it to the Irish people to work on the train tracks and all that shit. So it's a very good action packed. Like, it really got, every episode is like in, and you're like, fuck. And one of my favorite parts about it is it's in English. And at the beginning, probably the first 3-ish episodes, they're speaking Cantonese or they're speaking Chinese in whatever dialect or whatever region they're from. And then you see the camera just turn around, and as it's turning around, it changes to English.
Oh, wow.
So you see, like, you read some stuff, and then all of a sudden you're in their conversation, but it's in English. Like, you can understand Chinese.
That's really cool.
They did a really good job, because then later on, it doesn't matter where you are, oh, they're speaking English, but they might be speaking just to each other.
Right.
And that's how you understand that. And I thought that was a fucking brilliant move.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Like, it was really, really cool. Like, you just see that camera go around the character. He's Cantonese, and right into English in the middle of the story, which is awesome, because you hear for the first half of the story in Chinese, and then you hear the rest in English.
That's really cool.
And it's the martial arts in it is fucking crazy. It's like the fighting is awesome. The tension between the two, like, there's so many stories going on at once, but they're all intertwined perfectly. Just the way that he's in everything, and like Chinese versus Chinese, but it really should be Chinese versus the Americans, and the Americans just want to fucking get rid of all the Chinese. Like, it is crazy good, and the acting's good. The storytelling's great. I think it only has one season. I'm on episode 10. I'm trying to finish it up. I wasn't able to, but up until episode 9, I've been like nonstop watching. I started this yesterday.
Wow.
They're an hour each, and I've just been going nonstop. So it's kept my my attention. It's definitely has the action that I've been like yearning for, and the story is just good. Like, you see some mix and mess. You see some stuff that you kind of go, but in the end, it actually works out always well, storytelling wise. So we'll see how it ends. Hopefully it ends well, and hopefully there's another season that comes out, but I highly doubt it if it hasn't come out yet.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that it was on Cinemax, and I think it came out in like
a couple years ago,
something like that.
Yeah, that's always tough.
So
You never know.
Yeah, if nothing new has come out, I'm gonna assume, especially on a channel like Cinemax. Cinemax actually has had some fucking great shows. It had
Weeds,
Counter-Strike, not Counter-Strike, something Strike Back.
Strike Back.
It was a shows an American and a British soldier together And they're both like the best at what they do, but they're, you know, one of them's wild, one's a little more straight laced, and it's how they two connect and become friends, and they do their own missions and all this shit. But that show was fucking amazing. Banshee was fucking amazing.
Oh, I heard Banshee was great,
which I believe was on Cinemax.
Yeah,
fucking awesome show. But like Cinemax has all these like little gems, and they'll pop up. And now with all these mergers, you're gonna see them on different streaming services based on which ones are owned. So hopefully we'll get a few more from there. But I don't think we're gonna have another season. So hopefully it finishes good. But it was awesome.
That's dope.
Good show to watch.
Yeah, I check it out, honestly.
Yeah.
Now that I know that it's on Max.
And then one more thing I think that I remember. There's another documentary series on Netflix, and it's about a lot of new crimes that are done on social media.
Oh.
Dude, it was fucking insane.
Yeah.
Some of these stories I didn't know about, and it's just like it's like your new age like crimes that happen based online on social media, and how these people have just lost their fucking mind pretty much. Oh, I forget what the fuck it's called. What was it on? I'm gonna have to look for it. Either way, maybe it'll be on my watch list next week. But it's like 8 stories, and it's fucking insane. People stealing money, people abusing kids that were on the YouTube channel. Like there was this whole YouTube channel of these kids, and the mom was she was an adoptive mom. She had 13 kids, and they were doing this show online that was making God knows how much a month, and these kids were being treated like terrible,
right?
Like stuff that like even when you watch it, you're like, this is fucked up. You watch people that there was Jason Kidd.
Yeah, of course.
Jason Kidd's ex-wife was swindled by like a grifter. Like all this shit, and it's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But it's like your new age crimes.
Yeah.
And these were kind of like the extreme ones. There was one of them. Yeah, like it's crazy, but each episode has a new thing, and I was enthralled.
What's the name of this?
Oh God,
don't know.
I thought it was on Netflix, but I might be wrong.
New age crime docuseries.
I just lost internet. So
are you kidding me, dude? True crime documentary 2023 so far. Madoff.
No. It's like
it's death in the dorms. Death in the dorms.
Death in the dorm.
How I Caught My Killer.
No.
Web of Death.
Not Web of Death, but that came out at the same time.
Killing County.
No.
From producer Colin Kaepernick. He's got to fucking get figured it out, dude. Yeah. Stolen Youth.
No.
Murders.
That one was fucking crazy.
In the Name of God.
In the Name of God. Oh, maybe
Jared from Subway Catching a Monster.
Oh, I started watching that. Oh, never mind. Hulu. It's got to be on Hulu then.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, dude. That fucking that Jared one is fucking weird.
Not Love and Death.
No, it was
Hulu.
The Age of Influence. It's called.
God damn you.
Sorry, buddy. Bitch. Hulu. I should always guess Hulu is the one that has all the crime next to Netflix.
Watch The Age of Influence. Ooh, wow, the Sinfluencer.
Actually, dude, yeah. Is there a trailer for it?
Anna Sorokin.
Dude, yeah. So there, you know that girl that fucking they made a movie about her.
Anna Sorokin. They made a movie about her.
Yeah. All right. So that she's in one of them because one of the girls like was in the jail cell with her, and she pretty much learned from her and tried to be her. Like it's fucked up.
You want to watch it?
Yeah. Watch the trailer. I think this one's definitely one that I will tell you to watch.
I think the term influencer is like so shallow. I'm the real life Anna Dalby from Inventing Anna. Nobody should be calling themselves an influencer.
Influencer.
Things in life for free.
An influencer is somebody who can persuade somebody's ideas.
False statements can spread like wildfire.
What began as trivial drama may have implications on what you can and cannot say on social media.
It's all about being famous.
Social media puts steroids on steroids.
There's always room for lies and secrets, and there's always things to hide.
prettier things are on the outside, the more rot there is on the inside.
When we went through the car, I found several IDs. So I just need to know which person you're going to be today.
I want a lawyer.
Every person you ever meet, you con. You destroy their lives.
She went from petty crime to criminal mastermind.
She is a monster.
Being a scammer was something she aspired to be, something she takes pride in.
There's a real skill set being a scammer.
It's like having a money printing machine.
A kid who was struggling. Now you had this Instagram badass, but it's a slippery slope.
Then things went to a whole other level.
Do not trust him.
Stop lying to people.
Eventually, it's all going to come crashing down on you.
She looks dead in the camera and says, "Don't con anyone." What the?
The Age of Influence. Only on Hulu.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So June 5th, it came out a month ago, pretty much. But it's just like, it's just a new world of crime,
right?
That we're part of now. Like,
it's a shame.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy, and it's crazy that people are able to do this, and we're able to.
I gotta check it out for sure.
You'll
dude.
definitely like it. The steroid one's crazy. The fucking all of them are nuts. Nuts.
Wow. Couple comments here.
What do we got?
No, I don't think. I don't think this is a real guy.
Not a real guy.
Yeah, no. I don't think
Sorry,
so,
you're
dude.
sick. You are sick.
He said he's sick, dude.
He's sick. I need apologies. You don't get apologies.
I'm not gonna apologize to you, dude.
I ain't apology.
No, the fuck are you, man?
Know who I am.
Batman and Vengeance.
I am Poopy Pants. That was my watch list, and that was my extra. So there you go.
Wow, you
also
watch
watch Tom
extra.
Segura.
That's bullshit, dude.
Morning.
Yeah, stop fucking make a new watch list then. Make a new watch list.
I was gone.
I was gone. I was gone
for a month. I'm antsy to tell you guys that I watch stuff.
Did you finish Tom Segura?
I did. It was great. I mean, it's just
what's the name of his stand-up?
Sledgehammer. Wow. Yeah, watch it. You'll laugh.
I will watch it. I will laugh.
I know you will. I know you will.
I know I will.
Yeah, I know you will.
But I think that's pretty much it, guys.
Love it. Love it.
Do you have anything else?
I don't know. Are you gonna apologize?
I'm not gonna apologize to fucking nobody, baby.
Apologize. This
my daddy taught me. Day one, my daddy taught me don't apologize to fucking nobody.
And don't
nothing,
renegotiate.
Dude. Don't you renegotiate?
Thank you, Samuel Goldwyn.
Thank you,
Sammy boy of the Goldwyn family.
You know who also doesn't negotiate? Fucking Harrison Ford and Air Force One, baby. Give me back my family.
Give me back. I think we're watching it again, or is that Independence?
No, it's on again, dude.
It's on again. That's what I like to hear.
Which is dope, dude. Because I
love seeing things on loops.
I love seeing things multiple times forever, dude.
Loop it up, lupus. All right. Anything else you got for the people?
I was just checking my notes here.
Note it up.
I don't think so.
Dude, that's a solid 2 hours, my friend.
A very solid 2 hours.
I feel good about us.
I want to thank everyone for tuning in on this glorious Independence Day.
Lovely.
It's about 2:00 right now, guys.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the hot dog eating contest has not begun.
Still?
It has. So, New York might be looking a little rough. So,
yeah, they should have moved it over to Bridgeport, obviously.
to the Knowlton right outside.
But hey, guys, it's 2:00. Still, hopefully you guys are waiting on for that hot dog competition. Don't give up on that.
Or you're just waiting for a hot dog and a hamburger.
I was just gonna say, I hope right now you guys are a few beers deep, couple dogs in, dude.
Doggy boys.
And I hope you have a great Independence Day. Really enjoy the independence. I think people don't think about their independence a lot nowadays.
We do.
So yeah, thanks for everyone tuning in.
Yeah, everyone who commented,
all you independent people who commented and tuned in.
Hell yeah!
I really appreciate it. We'll be back here on Friday for Screen Time. Jay in studio, Manny back as well in studio, dude.
Baby.
It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be dope.
We'll watch some
and
stuff.
Of course, it's July too, so we'll probably come at you with
we gotta have a few,
our favorite releases too for this month.
Yeah.
Two off the top of my head, Oppenheimer, Barbie.
But also I think
Mission Impossible.
soon, I think this week or next week is the Netflix show with the QBs with Mahomes and stuff. That's
I think you're right. I think it's the 12th.
Yeah,
the 12th maybe.
12 maybe. Yeah, I just saw it as a coming up, so that's gonna be a good one, hopefully. QB show.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, that's
not. I could have put OB. That's why.
The OB show. QB.
Quarterback takes you inside.
Yeah. What's the release date?
What is release
date?
July 12th.
July 12th. Look at you.
Suck it.
Right around the corner.
All right. Thank you all. Enjoy Independence Day. Happy holidays. And we'll see you back here on Friday. Go watch something fun and have some fun. We'll see you on Friday.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.